You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snake with Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude. This show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow us a session. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. Those are the 7 seasons as we navigate upon them. I am your captain of the voyage, SPI Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway. I readjusted the camera real quick and didn't realize I didn't have it right where the computer's in the shot. I'm going to get my shot back right. I think I prefer the computer not being in, but we're going to rock it like this today. Adam22, Brick Baby. There seems to be some turmoil in their relationship. I don't know what causes Adam22 to feel the need, to feel like you need to discuss this online. I guess Brick Baby discussed it online. Shout out to Cliff World, because it's another Cliff World reaction we finna tap in with. I don't got much to say on the subject. I just thought it'd be interesting for us to keep up with what's going on. So with no further ado, let's see what Bricc and Agent 22 has been up to. Oh, my mama.
Brick Baby, I'm coming for you. So let me explain. I was in Turks and Caicos for approximately 1 week, and it came down the pipe while I was out there, that Brick Baby had some choice words for the 22 stir.
Hey, it's that big old deal, man. It's the Bricc, man. While everybody laid up with their feet up out there vacationing, playing like they ain't got nothing for the kids, man. You already know we still keeping it strong. Nigga don't need nothing from. Hey, sometimes it be a mental test to see where a nigga hard at in his chest, man. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker use you, abuse you. As soon as you get out the way, they act like they ain't worried about losing you. You know what I mean?
That YouTube family is looking like Adam22 got some choice words for Brick Baby. Now, I would be lying if I said that I didn't see this day coming, because I seen this day coming. Now, as y'all already know, the boy young Brick Baby has been locked away ever since he got picked up on March 19th of 2025. Now, since Brick has been locked away, we done heard from him on multiple different occasions. One of the most weirdest situations that we heard since Brick was locked away is that him and Loose Cannon is in a cell together, and then a lie detector came out and told us that that wasn't the truth. Now, here it is today, YouTube family. Brick Baby has been trying to communicate with Adam22. He been sending slick messages through the grapevine, through Sharp, through his YouTube channel, through his baby mama. He want to let it be known that Adam22 is gypping him out of his money. Yes, he's saying that Adam22 is a gypsy and he hasn't paid him his money. Now, one thing for sure and two things for certain. If it's one thing that folks ain't playing with, bro, folks ain't playing about their money. Folks ain't playing about their ciabatta or what they feel is owed to them. Now, as y'all already know, Brick Baby is a contracted employee up there at the No Jumper podcast, and he been doing his thing. He been doing his thing for every bit of 2 to 3 years now. But in the midst of doing his thing, he's needed Adam on multiple different occasions. Do y'all remember when Adam said that he hit him with the $50,000 bond? Now Adam22 is saying that Brick Baby owe him like $6,000, $7,000, man. No, young Adam22 said the Brick Baby owe him some paper. So with no further ado, we finna jump off into what Adam22 has to say about Brick Baby, telling the world that he don't thought it was gangster that Adam sat up there, you understand me, and go to Turks and Caicos. Y'all don't thought it was gangster that you and your girlfriend went to Disney World, you heard me? You left me to dry out, you heard me? I don't thought that was gangster. So with no further ado, let's get off into what Adam22 had to say about Brick Baby and I thought it was gangster.
All right. We're back, the Adam22 channel. It's been long dormant, ignored, turned my back on it, to be totally honest. But solo content, I'm going to be real, I haven't done it in a long time, but I feel like I got something to say. I don't always want to wait for the podcast. I don't always want Lush breathing down my neck, getting in the way of my topics. Shout out to Lush. But today, you already know what I'm going to talk about. Brick Baby, I'm coming for you. So let me explain. I was in Turks and Caicos for approximately 1 week, and it came down the pipe while I was out there, pause, that Brick Baby had some choice words for the 22 stir, and today we're going to be reacting to those words. So let's get right into it.
Hey, it's the big old deal, man. It's the Bricc, man. Why everybody laid up with their feet up out there vacationing, playing like they ain't got nothing for the kid, man. You already know we still keeping it strong. Nigga don't need nothing from. Hey, sometimes it be a mental test to see where a nigga hard at in his chest, man. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker use you, abuse you. As soon as you get out the way, they act like they ain't worried about losing you. You know what I mean?
Okay. So if you didn't catch it, this is a thinly veiled shot at the 22 stir. I was on vacation. I did have my feet kicked up. But let's talk about Brick Baby, and in particular, the financial side of my relationship with the brick, not the trick. When Brick Baby came on the platform 2 years ago, pretty quickly, the feds ran up in his crib and raided him. He needed money to get out. Now, it's been discussed at length that I fronted him an amount of money, $5,000, so that he could get out the same day that he was picked up. I know Whack 100 and a few other people have been spreading information saying that this was cap. I don't know. Honestly, the other day in the Reddit, somebody posted information saying that he really did have a bail and that was where the $5,000 went. I never really heard about it. I heard rumors in the streets that maybe this money was.
You don't want to know, Adam. You know. You don't want to know. Oh, my.
Not required for him to be bailed out, that he didn't have a bail. But I did see these screenshots in the Reddit that make it seem as if he did have a bail. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I gave him the money, had to get him back out on the streets. I knew that he had potential. I knew that I could take him from being a marginal figure in the LA podcasting space to being one of, if not the most talked about person in the podcasting space, which is exactly what has happened over the course of the past couple of years. Never asked him for the money back. Never asked for it. You feel me? Now, to his credit, for like 2 years after that, he did not ask me for any additional funds. So from my perspective, you know, I was just like, okay, whatever. This is part of doing business. I gave him the $5K. I'm not going to bring it up.
So he owed you $5K, and you consistently paid him over a course of years without even suggesting that you should deduct a portion for the loan that you extended him. That is not good business. That is horrible business. It's like you was getting marked out, punk. Like he took that on my mama.
Again.
So the 5K, in case y'all were wondering out there, was when Brick Baby was allegedly apprehended by law enforcement and his bond was $50,000. Now, as y'all already know, or maybe some of y'all out there don't know, whenever you get a bond, 9 times out of 10 is going to be 10% of whatever that larger number is. So that
It is, but now they even take a down payment on the 10% and allow you to make payments on the 10. So it really only be like between 1.5 and 3% you be required to have. You just got whooped, Adam. It happens, man. You stick out like a sore thumb within the group that you hang out in. You got the big bag. You gonna get scraped for a few twos and fews. It's gonna happen, bro.
$5,000 that Adam22 gave to Brick Baby was for bond. He didn't just give him $5,000 willy-nilly for no reason.
And over the course of those 2 years, my prediction did come true. Brick Baby basically soared to new heights, became one of the most talked about people in the community. And as far as our relationship, I would like to think that we actually became something like friends. We got closer and closer, spent time hanging out various times, went out to a lot of different parties and stuff, basically formed a relationship that honestly was a little bit more developed than the type of relationship that I've formed with most of the hosts that No Jumper has had over the years. Fast forward to a couple months ago, Brick Baby reaches out to me again, asks if he can borrow a couple $1,000s for, I don't know, he's like moving into it.
So is Brick Baby fake balling and struggling, or is he just running Adam22 pockets? Is he just finessing Agent 22 out of a few bands every time he feel like it? Or is he really not popping financially like he likes to portray? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think.
The spot or some shit like that. I said, okay, didn't even bring up the fact that I had let him borrow this $5,000. I figured after 2 years, you know, shit, whatever. So I let him borrow this additional.
Yeah, shit, whatever. He took that. Exactly. We'll just keep it, it's like both of ours. We'll just keep it down in my house, in my account.
Additional $2,000-3,000. I forget what it was. And then very soon after that, like I'm talking like a week later, he gets picked up by the feds, right? Ever since then, there's been murmurings, people wondering, what is Adam22 going to do to help out Bricc in this situation? Now, from my perspective, I'm $7,000-8,000 in the hole in terms of money that I have let you borrow, which I'm not really the kind of person who lets people borrow money all the time. Like, of everybody who's ever worked for me, I honestly don't think I can think of a situation in which any of them have borrowed.
This sound like deja vu when you was talking about suicide. Oh, my mama, OG Sizzle. And you tried to put him on blast for asking to borrow money. And you never profess to be as close to him as you do to Brick Baby. You doing Brick Baby the same way. Psh, under the bus he goes. Even though Brick Baby told the world he made 700 bands last year, the year before last, in the streets alone. Outside of what he get with you letting everybody know that's a lie. That's crazy. Because up to this point, I thought Brick Baby, last thing he gonna need is a couple of bands from you. Leave it to age of 22 to bleed
Money from me, like that's just not really the kind of relationship that I like to have with people who work for me. You know, if it is an emergency, okay, we could do something. But for the most part, this is just not really how I get down. You know, it's like I don't like to have that kind of thing going on. I pay you for your service and you do the job and we're good. But as far as taking out loans consistently, constantly, I'm not really into it. That being said, it was only 2 times throughout our relationship so far. But I say all that to just set the stage. Then he gets locked up and people are pretty much automatically, you know, suggesting in the comments, people talking about it on podcasts, is Adam going to pay for his lawyer? Is Adam putting money on his books? Whatever. And I'm going to be real with you. For like the first month that he was locked up, he didn't ask me for shit. He didn't say anything about it, which I kind of appreciated because I feel like if I just gave you $2,000 like immediately before you got locked up, it is kind of weird for you to get locked up and then be like, hey, like, can I have even more money, especially given this prior debt? Because my thing is like, if you want to get an official verdict on how I'm willing to help you out financially, in addition to what I've done for you previously, I feel like you should be upfront about that. I've talked to Bricc on the phone a whole bunch of times since he's been locked up, including like the day before this video came out, and it was none of this energy at all.
Perhaps because he already know he done whooped you for them 8, 9, 10 bands, whatever you said. And maybe he too ashamed to get at you about some more cash. Maybe he know better. He probably don't know how big of a sucker you is and know you ready to give him some more bands. He probably just going to be blushing and giggling when you turn over this new cash because it's unbelievable. They usually don't make lollipops that last that long. Oh, mama.
And in addition to that, we've got people like Sharp, who don't got a pot to piss in, who ain't done nothing for Bricc, who can't do anything for anybody because he's dead broke. He's coming out, making YouTube videos, doing streams where he's passing judgment on what I've done for Bricc.
Basically, Adam is saying that Brick Baby had ample opportunity to talk to him about these situations, but the internet's narrative is Brick Baby can't even get a hold of Adam22. So how would he even use those ample opportunities if he can't get a hold of you? Now, Brick Baby has been in constant contact with Sharp, and Sharp has been keeping us updated on what's going on. Now, how much merit to what Sharp has to say is true, I have no clue. But yeah, I just had to let y'all know that.
For 2 years straight, even when he was missing shows, even when he was out of town doing whatever, never fronted on him in terms of the money. Now we've got Sharp, who, you know, Sharp has never done anything besides sex traffic women and be ugly.
I want everybody to pay attention. While we all know the feds are focusing on the activities at No Jumper, the things associated with it, we know they're hearing everything Agent 22 says. He just accused Sharp of doing an illegal act. You know, you get life for tree trafficking weed women, and watch him double down on it. Yep, you finna have a tail sharp. They finna be on you. You better fly straight. On my mama church. If you ain't married, get married. I heard Almighty say you married. I don't know if that's true or not, but don't be shamed. Maybe it's time to walk down that aisle because Agent 22 he put him on you, boy.
And he's out here trying to cast judgment on me. So let's play the sharp clip.
Pretty much, if he is to get out, or, you know what I'm saying, even hits the streets, they don't want him on that podcast at all. They want him to resign from it, like, be done with it. The feds do not want him on No Jumper no longer. I'm telling you facts. This isn't what I think. No, it's what I know.
So if this is true, this is the first and only source that I've heard from that has specified this in any way. Do I have concerns about Brick Baby returning to the platform? Yes, obviously. That would be kind of interesting, and I would wonder about the level of heat that it would draw to the building. Obviously, things like the gun that they saw in his waistline that I didn't see and that I don't think the comments saw, but that was pointed out in his bail hearing that he had a strap on him. That kind of thing is the kind of thing that I would want to really be on point with. But the idea...
You never made a public statement or acknowledgement or announcement that you would like to be on point when Ho No 100 was up there with that street nap, though. I'm just curious how you think about that one.
The idea that the feds or the cops have told Bricc that he's no longer allowed to be on No Jumper, this is a sharp narrative as of this point. Like, I have absolutely no idea if this is a real thing or not. But it does seem kind of odd if this is something that Bricc told Sharp and didn't tell me or anybody else from No Jumper. I mean, keep in mind, Bricc and Sharp have had a weird relationship over the years because when we fell out with Sharp, Bricc talked hella shit about him on the platform and then basically continued to be friends with him to some extent, which I...
Oh, wow. Couldn't come between those two black guys. I tried to divide and conquer and stir up dissension, but it didn't work. Yeah, these two guys, the hell? They don't have this self-hate for one another. They really like each other. What the hell? Thought that didn't exist in their community. What the fuck's going on? You frustrated, Agent 22? Fuck.
I always thought it was a little strange, but either way, I mean, to me, this is just a completely invented, sharp narrative as far as I know. It's kind of odd that he would know about this and I wouldn't know about this, but let's keep going.
You know, to a lot of you dummies, because it went to prove because everybody was screaming, oh, they're going to be out on Wednesday. No, they're not. I knew it when it came to the bail hearing and how things play. Like, that is just, they're just giving them that. Now you got to appeal it. And then, you know, to hear, you know, when he was calling, you know, Adam, he ain't answering, or whatever the case may be. He's calling people and they not picking up. Now they're avoiding him. Why is that? Boy, why aren't you answering Bricc calls?
To be totally honest, once you get apprehended by the feds and you're dealing with a situation similar to Bricc, you're not really supposed to be reaching out and calling people who could be potentially brought into your case. And Agent 22 is at risk of being included in a superseding indictment or further charges because there are activities that were illegal associated with this RICO case that took place on his property. The feds have reached out to him. Agent 22 might be wise to limit his communication, if not totally cut it off with anybody associated with this case. Self-preservation is the first rule of nature, and that's what we keep not realizing. We sit around and we risk this, that, and the third on a consistent basis while he practices self-preservation at our cost, at our risk, over and over again, and he sits back and does nothing but benefit. Oh, my mama.
Another cap sharp narrative. I have not been ducking any phone calls, and keep in mind that his baby mama has been in communication with me, talking to me, telling me what time Bricc was gonna call and everything. But every time that I got on the phone with Bricc, it's been like 2 or 3 minutes of conversation, and then he gets kicked off because I guess he's only allowed to be on the phone for 10 minutes at a time. Never at any point until I was in Turks and Caicos, like right before that other video clip came out, did Bricc even utter something that mentioned or inferred that he thought that he should be getting in any way some money from us. So to me, I'm gonna be real with you, I just feel like this is some hoe ass shit. No offense, Bricc, I don't really want to use the hoe word when it comes to you or anything, but how are you gonna be out here communicating shit like this to Sharp and not having the nuts to say it to me? And in addition to that, I mean, let's be real about the relationship between an employer and a worker. If Bricc had asked me in the beginning, Adam, if I get locked up, will you bail me out? Will you pay for my lawyer, etc.? My response early on probably would have been like, no. Like, I would prefer to not.
Probably. Of course it would have been no. It is a total absurd assumption to think that your employer will contribute toward your bail. On my mama. Well, I don't know why you didn't put a disqualifier like probably there, bro. Facts.
Take our relationship to that extent. Like, that's just not something I really go into business with someone being prepared to do. It does leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth to realize that Bricc is comfortable having conversations about me to Sharp, but won't have that same conversation to me. Like, if you want to borrow money, you can ask me. I was actually kind of looking forward to him asking me so I could have a conversation with him about the fact that he's already in a pretty significant amount of debt to me, but that conversation never came.
So what were your nuts? Why you trying to make it seem like he lacked nuts by not approaching you? Where were your nuts to approach him about that paper he owed you? You sound like the coward. Oh, my mama, you was scared to ask Bricc about some paper he owed you for years, and you was sitting there hoping, begging, and hoping he would ask you again so you could finally say, aha, that's cowardice. Oh, my mama.
And then in addition to that, I heard it through the grapevine that Bricc basically thought that he was going to keep getting paid, that even though he's locked up and he's not able to contribute.
And while you want to classify certain things as hoe shit or bitch ass shit, however you said it, to keep talking about what you heard through the grapevine and then giving your perspective on it as if you got it from the horse's mouth, is hoe shit, bitch ass hoe shit. On my mama.
To the business by being on camera, that he thought that he was just so locked in that he was going to keep getting his monthly pay each month. I'm sorry. I know you guys all saw the No Jumper is Going Broke video. We are not in the best financial state right now. Me paying someone to be in federal prison doesn't really seem realistic.
Y'all been making content about them for the last 2 weeks. Why is it that he ain't?
I also have to say I'm confused as why Sharp is on here caping for Brick Baby. So what? They making content. They make content on you for 2 or 3 weeks, then pay you. So what, bro? Oh, my mama. I don't even understand why you on here campaigning for another man. That don't seem like it's two player piece. Oh, my mama. Like, I'll call you piece because I'm thinking you, not thinking, I know you on your piece, but man, let that man handle his candle, bro. These two men have a dynamic definitely that doesn't include you. You're only going off of what one side is telling you, bro. You don't know how they play tickle me, touch me close when nobody's around. Obviously, they have a comfort level that we not aware of. They sex play each other consistently, constantly, continuously on that platform. Now, if you fully understand that whole dynamic and then you still feel comfortable inserting yourself in the midst of that man mess, go right ahead, player. Oh, bye, because from my perspective, they got shit going on that I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm just watching it from a perspective of entertainment from the outside looking in, popcorn buttered up. On my mama, hand going around her neck trying to touch on the nipple or something. But this, for you to be acting like you can understand and express somebody's position in the midst of this shit is absurd to me. It's baffling. It's amazing. It's crazy.
Received a paycheck, and motherfuckers is making money off of what he been doing, and I'm hearing that, from reliable sources, his people, done reached out about it, and, they're not getting no feedback on it, no response. I mean, they did have a life before he went to jail, homie. Like I said, that's what happens at jobs. Like, he don't get his money, and missing out on some bands because he ain't there. Come on, brother.
Well, If you just want to know, yeah, when you're not at the job, you don't get paid. You go to jail, you can get they don't give a fee nut. Yeah. That's what happens at jobs. Home, my mama. That's the end of your term, typically. If you get incarcerated, if you have a small amount of money that they owe you in your next pay period, you'll get that and your first paycheck, and you get on. Now, do not sit there and say, oh, we love you so much. You're so much of my buddy. We know you're having a hard time. We're going to go into our pocket and make sure you're paid up and take care of your family because you had a life before you. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that, Sharp. Not at all.
That ain't cool. You supposed to make sure that he got it. His baby mama or nobody ain't received nothing. Just even the money that he's owed legitimately for what, the work that he's done. Cause I know he got a salary. Why ain't that man received his bread? What's going on?
Sharp is basically alleging that No Jumper has not paid Bricc the money that we owe him. Well, he obviously has absolutely no knowledge of this because I would gladly open up our books and let everybody see the fact that we paid Bricc for exactly the amount of time that he was on the podcast. So this is ridiculous. This is just totally fake. Sharp, again, basically a bum at this point. He's on the verge of homelessness. He's going to go back to Vegas and continue his sex trafficking career at the truck stop.
Once again, we know the feds not only came to Agent 22 house. They all in this business. They're reporting almost every other phrase or sentence that's said on this podcast. And then he went and just said again, just incriminated Sharp again, bro. Said Sharp is going to resume the illegal activity of sex trafficking after he's made he made a gang of bands. I don't know if it's millions, but he made a gang of bands off the legacy of Sharp's alleged activities like that, bro. The Sharp Tank, remember that? It was all cool when y'all was shining off of it, but now it's he's finna go. And you want to say that while you know that you got the feds' attention. Better straighten up, square up, Sharp. He trying to wreck your ship. Oh, blah. You finna get yourself hot trying to cape for another nigga, bro. That's crazy.
In Vegas. And apparently he's just trying to get one little tiny moment of clout by calling me out. His YouTube channel is in the fucking dirt. And so he's out here spreading misinformation about me. Sharp, use a hoe. Use a hoe commenting on real business because you've never ran a business. You're doing live streams for 200 people for 6 hours every night. I know this video is not about Sharp, but it's just so hard for me to hold my tongue when it comes to describing what a hoe-ass bitch Sharp is. Okay, let's just go back to the Bricc thing. I guess I just wanted to make this video to clarify that I'm not on any weird shit. I'm not on any disloyal shit. My perspective is just, no, I'm not going to keep you on the payroll while you're locked up. That's just not, that's an abuse of the relationship that you think that we have. It's like there's probably a lot of people in your life that could help you out with money. And I have nothing against giving the guy some money for commissary, helping his girl out with whatever. But it's just at a certain point, you've already worked up a significant debt with me. It takes a lot of nerve to make YouTube videos basically throwing shade at me when realistically, I'm probably the person who showed you the most love in recent memory. Now, that being said, Bricc, he's locked up. He's detoxing off perks, I'm assuming. So he's probably not in the best mental state. I'm not turning my back on him by any means. I'm just calling out some behavior that I personally don't really agree with and don't care for. So we actually do have plans. We've got some free Brick Baby shirts that we're going to be dropping in the very near future. The proceeds from that are going to him and his family. And in addition to that, we do have a live stream coming up in the very near future, probably by the end of this week. And in that live stream, we are going to be taking all of the donations. Friday is looking like it might be the day. Friday, we might be doing this. All the donations are going to be going to Brick Baby to help him out. That being said, I don't really appreciate some of this weird backstabby type of stuff. You know, honestly, it's just, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I feel like you should have more respect for the relationship that we've had over the years and the fact that I've kept you on your feet over the years. But I'm not turning my back on you by any means. we are going to be helping Brick Baby out. And so show up to that live stream Friday. Hopefully we can make it happen Friday. But, yeah, Adam22, free Brick, smack a like. We out.
So as y'all was so eloquently able to hear and see for yourself with the natural-born listening devices on your ears and the ones that came inside your head, Adam22 is standing on he's not gonna abandon Brick Baby. He ain't finna leave him out there to dry. He ain't gonna leave him out there to rot. Now, if I was Adam, bro, go on throw Brick a bone, man. If it's any of Brick Baby's content still reoccurring on the channel, I don't know what y'all deal was. I just heard you say you paid him annually in a salary. Say, man, go ahead and fulfill the rest of that contract, bro. Get that man his money or whatever it is that he feels that you owe him. Just go ahead and break it off to him, man. Why not? Now, one of the reasons why Adam said that he ain't just gonna jump right out and do that is because he just posted a video not too long ago explaining to us that No Jumper is going broke. Now, is Adam responsible for paying Brick after Brick Baby has been incarcerated? I don't know. I ain't seen their contract. I don't know what they agreed on. I have no clue. But y'all can jump in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about this whole entire situation.
Yep, I ain't surprised. I don't know if y'all saw this coming so soon as Brick would have stayed out. But now that he in jail and he's expecting so much about the age of 22, I'm not surprised. I ain't surprised. That's all I can do, keep it a Google. I ain't surprised.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, ain't here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, baby.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistake in the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Bay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, I count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
If you can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards, we all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies, facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
that puzzle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, cuz. Nate Blood on Hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, craig.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you got? I like it's a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa! With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!